Welcome back, YouTube. We are going to start back on the car today. I don't know where we're going to get. I think I'm going to do the fuse box and do some small stuff that I know that has to be done on the engine. I would love to get the whole thing wired up. We're going to see how it goes. A couple days, I got guys coming up from home. We're going to see how much we can crank out. But we'll go from there. As of right now, fuse box, some small stuff, maybe drop in the fuel pump. I don't know. We'll see. Real fast, gonna torque these down. Didn't do that yet. I put new bolts on it. But anyways, I'll tell you about that in a second. But we're gonna torque it down to 37 foot-pounds on each one of these bolts. And there's 6 total. So let's do that real quick. Alright, so these are the new engine bolts that I got. Obviously, they look a lot better aesthetically than the ones that came with the kit car. But also, the ones that came with the kit car, like, I guess where I'd like torque down on them and stuff so much, get them out. Like the threads were all jacked up on them, and on one side, like these, like you put the spacers, these are just barely long enough to get a couple of threads in there. So I really didn't like that. So I wanted something that had a little bit more bite as far as thread depth. So I got a little bit longer on this side than these. So these are the bolts I got. I went with the 30 millimeters for the shorts and the 50 millimeters for the longs. There was a pack of 3, which was perfect. This one had 4, but you know, whatever. Yeah, use these. They were cheap. They're grade 8. You want to make sure you use a grade 8 or higher, you know, because obviously they've got to be stout enough to hold the engine in there. So I went with the grade 8 bolts. Alright guys, so we're going to be removing this line right here. I think it's one of the coolant lines, and all you do is you take this one off and you just jump this one to where that one's plugged in at. So you'll just trim like that little piece off, so this is just a straight section, and you're just going to loop it just like that into that other one. So you're just taking off one pointless line and jumping it in there. So we're going to do that really fast. Alright guys, so I just got off the phone with Lonnie at DF. Basically, he just was informing me about the new coolant setup. I was freaking out because I thought that maybe they had forgotten to weld some brackets onto my frame, but they changed the design completely. So for Goblin's newer, basically probably end of 2019 or 2020 to 2021, then you're probably going to have this setup, and I'll show you guys what it is, so there's no confusion on it. It's really simple. Just didn't understand that I had a bracket for it. So you get this bracket in the kit, and basically your coolant tank sets down in this, and then it has like a spring that goes over the top to hold tension to keep it setting right here. But it's just these 2 spacers, the bolts and the washers that come in the bag, and the nut and the washer that comes in the bag. Super simple, you know, torqued it on there pretty good. I'll get the coolant tank and I'll set it in there for you guys just to show you kind of how it sits. Give me a second. So it'll basically set in there just like this. And I'm going to go ahead and put the spring on in a second. I just wanted to show you guys. It's made to hold it flush. Sets on these slides right here on the tank on each side. And yeah, that spring will just go over the top just like that and hook to both sides and keep it right there. Don't know how I feel about this design. I liked it better, I think, when it was lower down here, kind of out of the way, but hey, it's probably not going to change anything. But anyways, I mean, my seat will be like right here covering it up, so I probably will never see it. But anyways, we'll see. I may love it. It's the new design, so it's got to be there for a reason, right? I'm sure they thought this was a much better idea. Maybe open up some room for some stuff, maybe maintenance or something like that. But anyways, this is the design. I hope this guys helps you out. Don't freak out like I did, you know, thinking that somebody may have missed something, but I didn't approach it that way when I texted DF. So if you run into anything, don't go, you know, screaming at the guys like they've done something wrong. More than likely something's just been changed about the kit. And yeah, I mean, be realistic about it, you know, don't freak out. You know, be kind and courteous always. But anyways, this is the new setup. We're gonna check everything out and run it over. I've got some more to show you guys in a minute, but that's that done. Alright guys, there it is. The spring is on. I put a little bend in it right here before I started stretching it. Don't ask me how I got it so perfect. I totally just bent it, like I didn't even like put it up to it. I was just walking around and I bent it as I was walking. I thought, I'm gonna put a bend in it right there, and it came out like perfect. It's kind of funny. But anyways, I didn't bend that side. But yeah, it's tight. I don't think I have any worries about it coming off or anything. So looks like this is gonna work really well. Doesn't seem like it's gonna be noisy or anything. That's the new setup, guys. All right, also I went ahead and trimmed this and then connected it. As you can see, it goes straight down in there. But it is hooked up. That's really clean, actually. Really happy with that, how that turned out. But hopefully I don't need any more. I didn't really wait to see if I needed any more room than that. I hope I don't. We'll see. But coolant tank's hooked up there. Still got to run this dude up there. I don't think I'm gonna have enough hose. I'll probably have to get more hose unless they sent some. I'll have to check that out. But anyways, that's that. Alright guys, for the fuel tank, I'm putting the pump in. And the pump, when you put the ring down, it was catching that lip of that the frame there where I'm pointing at. This ring was. So I took my grinder and I grinded off a flatter edge just right before it starts curving. And then I took some acrylic paint and sprayed the open exposed metal, and it fits good now. So you may run into that problem, may have to do that, just flatten it out, and yeah, spray it with some spray paint and should be good to go. I'm going to put this on now. I've got to use a 1/4 inch bit to make sure that I'm tightening it down to a 1/4 inch. I'll explain in a minute, but anyways, putting this on. Alright guys, fuel pump's in. I took a 1/4 inch Allen and put it under here to do my measurements. I didn't crank down to where it's all the way sitting on the Allen, but I made sure that there wasn't much of a gap. Obviously, I can feel that it's the gasket in there is compressed. So don't forget to put your green gasket on, if you can see it in there. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can see it. The green gasket from your original fuel pump. Put it on there before you put your fuel pump on there. Put your fuel pump on. This ring that comes with the DF kit, and then the washer, and then the lock nut. And then yeah, man, make sure you crank it down to a 1/4 inch with a bit all the way around. I think it has basically like 1 to 2 threads showing on the screws. That's about how tight I got it. Remember that this is all plastic, so if you crank down on it too hard, you could break it. I don't think you will, but like that little lip right there of that plastic got hung up and under. If you can see, there's like a little welded nut that this all thread goes into, and yeah, I pinched it kind of between it and this. I could move it. I still may. I don't know. Probably not. Probably just leave it. But either way, that's done. I think the fuse box is going to be next. I said I was going to do it first, but I've just found all these other little things that I could do, and I was like, oh, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I think I already showed you guys the coolant lines, but in case I didn't, remember, these stay connected and the T comes off, and I think I've got to find out if TF supplied another one of these hoses, because if it tries to reach up there, it kinks and then it's not long enough. So may have to go buy another one. Hope not. Hopefully DF supplied one, but we'll see. Still got to figure out where the transmission line goes. I'm assuming in the transmission somewhere, but I'm a little shook about that because I don't see the exact spot that it goes. Maybe I'm missing it. That's threaded, or otherwise I would say it goes right there, because this is obviously not threaded. But anyways, alright guys, gonna get back to it. Alright guys, we are done with that. I took that piece that came out of the bag, that little metal bracket, and I spray painted it with the acrylic black paint also. Went ahead and slapped it all together here. The fuse box is mounted. It's pretty simple. So you know how this works. Nothing crazy. It just sets up there. It's pretty sturdy. I gotta say, it's pretty sturdy. I wish it had maybe another point of contact, but I think it'll be fine. But almost time to start plugging some stuff in. Don't know how much further we're gonna go with the video, but we're gonna move on. Oh man, check it out. Fuse box, TCM, coolant tank, fuel pump, all that's in. Still gotta hook the fuel pump and stuff up. Left this hose off right now of the coolant because I gotta figure out where that transmission line goes, and I don't wanna crowd it out in there. As you can see, it's already pretty crowded. I'm not worrying about securing any kind of lines down yet because I want to get the car pretty much going and keep everything kind of loose and movable. But man, whew, some good progress. This is the new coolant setup, so everybody don't forget that. I think I'm the only person on the net that has posted a video of the new coolant style pump mounting. So check it out. Tell everybody this is the place to go if you're wondering where it's at. Like I said, we got a long ways today. I'm pretty happy. That's going to be all for today's video, guys. I appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe for me. Try to follow me on Instagram. You know, if you can, I'd really appreciate it. We're so close to 100 subscribers. I'd love to hit that 100 mark soon. If you could subscribe for me, it'd be really appreciated. Come on, hit it. I know you're sitting there looking at it. Anyways, like I said, get excited. Got Garrett and Jacob coming up Friday of this coming week, and we're going to try to start this baby up, get the engine turning, put a little smoke in this garage. Hopefully it all goes as planned. Knowing those two, there's no telling what I will get into. I would say it will be a crazy weekend, to say nonetheless on that. So I'll introduce you guys to Jacob if you've not met him. Garrett, you really hadn't met Garrett either. I just introduced him on another video because he's the one that got me started on the kit. But anyways, alright guys, like I said, I look forward to next weekend, and I hope you guys stay tuned. Hope these videos help. I've said it twice already. I'm going to say it again. Subscribe. Help me out. Hit the like button. Comment. Anything. If you've got questions, I'll help you. Just anything you guys want to know, I will talk to you about. If you want to hit me up, I'll give you an email address. Answer any questions about the kit that you want to know. Anything you guys want, just let me know. I appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button. Next time, guys. Bye.